Ata IMS has confirmed that it had received notices of termination from Dyson Operations and Dyson Manufacturing the evening of November 24th. In a BOS filing, the Johor-based manufacturer says the effective date of termination is June 1st, 2022, and until the termination date, Dyson and Ata shall continue to fully perform their respective obligations under the contracts. Ata added that its board of directors is taking advice on the validity of the notices of termination. The company stressed in the BOS filing that it had been in discussions with Dyson regarding the findings of an audit of the company's labour practices. Ata says it has taken immediate steps upon being notified of the summary of the audit to engage Dyson in discussions to engage professional advisors to assist the company to review, verify and validate the findings. The news led to heavy selling pressure on Ata's counter this morning, with its share price plummeting 30% to 82 cents and was unable to recover by market close. Maybank's net profit for the third quarter dipped 14% year-on-year to 1.68 billion due to a decrease in net fee-based income as well as higher net impairment losses. Revenue for the quarter also declined from 13.8 billion to 11.2 billion ringgit. No dividend was declared. Maybank said the net impairment losses decreased by 28.3% as the group benefited from its earlier prudent stance in accelerating its forward-looking assumption provisioning. Chairman Tan Sri Zamzam Zairani Muhammad Isa says that despite the impact of movement restrictions on the bank's third quarter performance, its strong liquidity and capital base will allow it to tap growth opportunities that are emerging with the reopening of the economy. Group President and CEO Dato' Abdul Farid Alias says the bank will continue to provide tailored financial solutions to meet the current needs of customers that have shifted from preservation to growth, while continuing to support customers who require targeted financial assistance. Tenaga Nasional saw its net profit for the third quarter remain fairly flat at 1 billion despite revenue improving by 17% to 12.97 billion ringgit. No dividend was declared for the quarter. TNB said the year-on-year increase in revenue resulted from the imbalanced cost pass-through of an under-recovery position of 1.31 billion as compared with an over-recovery position of 956.8 billion in the third quarter of FY20. The national power provider says its performance improved compared with the same period last year, despite the continued challenges faced during COVID-19. TNB says that demand has started to show improvement, growing 0.6% against a contraction of 6.2% last year. The group believes the improvement in the domestic economy will result in higher electricity demand and support the positive momentum seen across operations. As such, TNB expects to see a stable performance for the remaining quarter of the current financial year. Telecom Malaysia's net profit for the third quarter slid by 17.8% to 271.2 million due to foreign exchange translation losses of 12.5 million ringgit. Revenue ticked up by 4% to 2.8 billion, underpinned by an increase in revenue from all services except non-telecommunication related services. No dividend was declared for the quarter. Group CEO Imri Mokhtar says the group was able to deliver another solid quarter of revenue and net profit growth following its efforts to deliver digital connectivity and solutions in supporting the sustainability and recovery of the country. He says TM's next focus will be on delivering enhanced customer experience and strengthening its digital offerings across all customer segments in Unify, TM1 and TM Wholesale. On 5G rollout, TM shall continue to assess and review the impact on its future business operations and financial performance under a single wholesale network model introduced by the government. AME Elite Consortium is planning to list 577 million worth of industrial and industry-related real estate assets via its upcoming real estate investment trust. AME REIT's initial investment portfolio will comprise a total of 34 industrial buildings and workers' dormitories located in or near its managed industrial parks or iParks. The identified assets currently have ongoing tenancy agreements with AME's domestic and foreign clients, with tenancy periods ranging from 2 to 12 years. AME Group MD Kelvin Kelvin Lee Chai says the REIT will unlock the significant value of the group's investment properties, adding that the funds raised will contribute to future growth. He says that with the promise of international borders opening on Jan 1st, 2022, the group is optimistic of seeing a more rapid pace of sales conversion from their virtual inquiries. AME expects to raise 254.8 million from the IPO based on an illustrative offer price of RM1 per unit, of which the bulk, 160.5 million, will be earmarked for future industrial property development and investment projects, including land acquisitions and joint venture. The exercise is expected to be complete by the second quarter of 2022.